I missed you guys. What has been going on? It's Anabolic Philosopher here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video about supplements. Because if you guys have been sticking with me, it's been close to around 3 months now. So if you started your journey to building muscle, making some gains, you've probably came across a couple of supplements, and you've been wondering, should I buy this? Is it worth it? Does it really work? What does it do? All of that information. So right here, I'm gonna break down, we're gonna talk about 3 key supplements, which would be protein, creatine, and BCAA. So let's get started. Let me break down what you need and what you don't need. Because honestly, bodybuilding really isn't that expensive. It only gets expensive when you start throwing in all of this other stuff. So, before we start talking about that, let's talk about the word supplement. I feel like this right here is where a lot of people go wrong. Supplement, by definition, is something that can make something else complete or whole. So, what does that mean? Protein is only going to help you if you're doing everything else right. If you're eating right, if you're getting your sleep, if you're hitting the gym hard, if you make sure you're recovering. But protein itself isn't gonna build muscle. So first start off, protein. Everybody knows what protein is. This is not advertisement, not advertising for these people, but here you go. Protein. What is protein? Protein is basically the same as this. Essentially, protein is just food in powder form. So protein, no doubt, is a very useful supplement, a very useful aid. I'm not even gonna call them supplement, I'm gonna call them aids. Aids in your quest to either getting leaner, putting on more muscle, getting stronger. Protein is very, very, very beneficial. As you know, the main foundation for building muscle is you need protein. Now we got creatine. Creatine is a little bit tricky, but like always, I'm gonna give you the facts first, I'm gonna give you the information, and then I'm gonna kind of piece it together for you guys. So creatine is first of all, it's not a steroid. Not a steroid because our bodies produce it naturally. Creatine is synthesized in your liver and in your kidneys mainly. Sometimes it's also synthesized in your pancreas. Creatine can be found in meat. When you eat creatine, it gets stored in your muscles, and during the process of the electron transport chain, or ETC, which we get our energy from, which produces APT, which is adenosine triphosphate. When that third, because there's an adenosine, then there's 3 phosphates. When that third phosphate breaks the bond between the other 2 phosphates connected to the adenosine, that creates our energy. That's where we get our energy from. So basically what creatine does is it provides your body with extra phosphocreatine so that when that third phosphate is lost, it can easily be replaced, resulting in you being able to have more energy, resulting in you being able to push more weight, resulting in greater stress load, resulting in greater muscle gain or greater muscle density. So that's basically what creatine is. Now, here's how I feel about it. Here's whether or not you need it. So, as I said, you can find creatine in meat. So if your diet's in check, if you're eating a lot of meat, it's possible you might not really need creatine. You'll lose creatine, not all of it, when you cook meat. It's just the process of what happens from being heated up, and you lose some creatine, but you don't lose it all. So once again, creatine is supposed to be used as an aid to help you meet your creatine goals. So let's say maybe you're a vegetarian, you don't eat meat, okay? But your body still needs creatine, so a creatine supplement may be beneficial to you. Also, another key factor, all supplements do not affect everybody the same. So it's possible, even if you do eat meat and you take a creatine, you still might not see the results that you want to see. It just all depends on your body chemistry, and you're not going to know until you explore that realm. I personally don't take creatine. I just don't feel a need for it. I've made tons of gains without it. I just figured, I'm a poorer college kid, so you know, if there's a supplement, if I have to choose between either buying protein or creatine, I'm going to buy protein all day. Just simple as that. So it's really a personal choice. If you want it, try it out, see what it does for you. If it may work, it may not. If you're making great gains without it, don't feel like you need to get creatine. It's not essential for building mass. All right, now the third one, BCAAs. I'm gonna shatter some worlds right here. I'm gonna make a lot of people, they're probably gonna get real butthurt about this, but BCAAs, they're garbage. They're garbage. Well, to an extent. To an extent. There is a time and place, just like everything. There's a time and a place for everything. But let's talk about BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. I'm gonna give you the facts, then I'm gonna tell you my views on it. Alright, so branched chain amino acids. When you buy these, you are really buying 3 amino acids. You are buying leucine, you are buying isoleucine, and you are buying valine. Those are the 3 amino acids that make up BCAAs. Now there is tons of research and there's tons of studies that have shown that these 3 amino acids, which are essential amino acids, this is important to know. Essential amino acids means your body cannot make them itself. They have to come from your diet. There's plenty of research that has shown that branched chain amino acids, or leucine, isoleucine, and valine, can help improve in muscle recovery. It can help improve immune function. It can help improve staving off catabolic states, or the state of which your body is breaking down muscle. Those are all facts. That's all real. All real. So it sounds great, right? It sounds wonderful. It sounds like, well, why aren't you taking BCAAs? It seems like you would be dumb to not to. All right, here we go. Now let's tell you the things that the supplement companies aren't going to tell you, and we're going to use a little bit of our brain, because like I always say, it's important to be swole of body and swole of mind. So let's start with the number 1 factor. Remember how I said isoleucine, leucine, and valine are essential amino acids, meaning you have to get them from your diet? Then eat it. Because, like I said in the very beginning of this video, supplements are supposed to be used as aids. As aids. They're not miracle items. They're not miracle items. So just because you take a BCAA doesn't instantly mean you're going to start making gains. It doesn't. It will aid you if you are lacking in a certain area. Why spend $35 getting a scoop when you can literally get these 3 essential amino acids from meat? You can get them from eggs. You can get them from fish. You can get them from peanuts. You can get them from vegetables. You can get them from a ton of different sources. And so it's a lot cheaper, and it makes a lot more common sense for me to buy these 3 essential amino acids in food form, which is going to last me for a week, versus buying $35 of a small container, which I can only mix with water. That doesn't do me very much good. Now, contrary, if you're cutting, that means your body is in a caloric deficit, which means chances are all of your nutritional values aren't being met to optimal, because you can't eat the optimal amount that your body actually really needs. But the process of cutting is you're trying to keep your protein high to shave off as much fat as possible while trying to retain as much muscle as possible. Granted, you are going to lose some, but you want to lose as little as possible. So what branched chain amino acids can do is they can help you stay in a fasted state, meaning it won't raise your blood sugar, which then would raise your insulin. Insulin then prevents you from being able to burn fat, because when your body's fed, your body is no longer concerned about getting energy from fat stores or from your muscles or anything like that. It's going to take the energy that is readily provided in there, right there in its face. So, but BCAAs, what the thing they can do is now they can provide these 3 essential amino acids that are going to help you stay in an anabolic state and not raise your blood sugar as high, which means it's not going to raise your insulin as high, and you will be able to stay in that fasted state, aka burning fat, for a longer period of time. Oh, ta-da! So my take on it is, honestly, if you're bulking and your diet's on point, kind of weird. Once again, diet. It's just like, everything comes back to diet. But if your diet's on point and you're making sure you're eating healthy and you're eating right, there really is no need for a BCAA. Those are facts mixed in with my opinion at the end. Take it easy, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button.